Welcome to the Big Money Podcast. I am Janine Hurd, here to guide you to scale your business from 7 to 8 figures and building wealth that lasts for generations. Get ready for audacious strategies, real talk, and next level business moves. So let's dive in today's episode. Welcome back, beautiful genius, to another powerful episode of your all-time favorite podcast, the Big Money Podcast. We are officially in 2025. Happy New Year. Welcome. And I am in love with Capricorn season. As I am a Capricorn, it's my birthday month, but I just love the energy. It's so grounding. It's so refreshing. And it always reminds me that in our business, it is really about stability, being grounded, being in peace. And we've just had the first live calls of the Cash Plan Program 2025, and we did a powerful activation and meditation, really diving into the 10-year vision, what everybody wants to create. And it was so beautiful to see and so powerful what your soul wants you to do, how your soul already has a plan, and how our task is really to surrender and accept that we are actually much more powerful than we ever could imagine. We have more clarity than we're currently telling us, and we actually have a plan and we know the how. What was so interesting in those activations, at the end, I've asked everybody, hey, you want to share a couple of things? What you saw, what your vision is, what you want to create with the help of the Cash Plan Program. And it was so interesting because not one single person mentioned a certain money amount, like my big vision is making 5 million, 10 million, 150 million. It was like, hey, I want to create a retreat center in Bali. I want to create a retreat center in Fiji. I want to receive an office house at a certain lake. Like, it was not about the money. And this again was so interesting to me. What I really want to share with you, that all of a sudden, on the one hand, like, we don't care about a certain money amount. Really, what we care about is what we are doing with this money. Where is it going? However, in a business setup, very often you get like stuck or kind of chasing like 10K month, 50K month, 100K month, $1 million months, like really chasing certain numbers, when in reality, it doesn't matter. You don't really care about a certain number. You rather care about what you're going to do with this money and how this money is affecting your lifestyle. And this is really something I want to share with you, because with premium buyers, I've been talking a lot about this, and they're obviously going to talk a lot about this in 2025. Those are really people, they want a real solution to a real problem they have. They love spending money on them, on solutions that are working. They're happy to spend extra on quality. And bringing this really together, wouldn't you agree? Everything that is of high quality takes contemplation, planning, trial and error, and constant reinventing of the product in order to get better and better and better and better. And this is really something, it got so clear to me in the last month, that when we are in this short-term thinking mode of like, let me make the next 10K, the next 50K, there's no room for high quality. How could there be a room for high quality service, for high quality delivery, for high quality product, when it's just about, let me take quick cash money? And there's nothing wrong with it. However, I deeply believe we can't build a sustainable business on that. Imagine in the beginning stages, Porsche just what said like, let me build a car very quickly so I just can charge $1 million. Maybe this would have worked, but the car for sure was not of outstanding quality. And what happened was, maybe someone would have paid $1 million, but for sure they wouldn't have bought afterwards. So what we're doing here, and the focus in 2025, and if you're in the Feminine Wealth Engine, I highly recommend you to join if you haven't, is really the place to be in 2025 in my world. We talk so much about building long-term company, like long-term growth, long-term product, really getting the focus back from instant gratification of I need this money right now. No, you don't. It's also okay if it would come next month or the month after. And when we allow that things can evolve and there's time for getting better and better and better, you at your craft, at your products, at your offers, what happens is you're actually starting to build a high-end brand that stands for quality in a coaching world that stands truly for transformation, where people get results, no matter which product they are purchasing from you. And that's why short-term thinking not only like damages yourself because it's a constant reinventing of the wheel, always new offers, always new, I don't know, a new bonus, a new special. It's always coming up with something. So this gets pretty exhausting over time, but it is also that it really damages, I deeply believe, your reputation in a way, or it's harder to build a high quality brand because you don't allow your time for things to evolve, to bring them to a certain quality standard. And I was talking about this in one of the last podcast episodes where this for me is really a conversation that is missing in the online coaching world. And that is when you check Instagram, social media, like all the coaches are talking about how much money they are making, how successful they are. And maybe this is in the business coaching world where it's money, maybe in the weight loss industry or fitness industry, it's about how healthy they are, how much weight they've lost, etc. But there's always kind of like a bragging about a certain result, right, in different industries. But no one's talking about like, hey, how are you becoming a better coach every single day? And I deeply believe it is not only through clients and practicing and obviously doing the work, but it is also through education. But education that's not just like, oh, look at me, I've spent so much money. Oh, people are moving fast in my world. People are always investing in my world. Yes, they do, but this for me is not a sign of like how you are getting better as a coach. And by now investing over 2.5 million in different coachings, mentors, educations, I saw so many coaches where I thought it's so interesting because you are excellent at marketing, but you're not excellent at the craft of being a coach and becoming a better coach. And it is something deeply I want you to contemplate for yourself. Like, how are you becoming better at your craft every single day? What are you doing? How are you learning, studying, educating yourself? And very often I feel, and maybe you agree, in the last years, this have changed really about, look at me, how much money I've invested in this meant immediately the higher the amount I've invested in the coaching, the better it was. And at least for myself, I truly can say that's for sure this wasn't true. And I've learned just because I can charge a certain price, it doesn't mean I have to. Yes, I can, but I don't have to. And really finding this balance of the quality I deliver versus a price point. So to sum up today's episode, what's very important for me is that you understand on a deeper level again that this short-term thinking of not having a cash plan, of not having a long-term vision, and not just in your mind where you want to go, but really putting this into an action plan, including certain milestones you want to hit, is not just harmful for yourself, for your soul, but also for your company. And with this type of thinking, it's just very hard to build a company with a strong, positive reputation that stands for quality. And this is something I've asked myself over and over again. What is it that I want to be known for? And this can be, maybe it's a certain topic, maybe it's a certain price point, maybe it's a certain vibe. It can be so many things, but ask yourself, what is it really that I want to be known for in my industry? And focus on that. And everything you do, every offer, ask yourself, does it support my mission of what I want to be known for? And obviously, if the answer is yes, beautiful, move on. If the answer is no, don't. And the biggest pitfall you have in a business context, and I would say not just in business context, actually in life in general, is really your need for instant gratification. Pay attention to this. And we can talk about this in the next month because it's so deep. Like, it's not just, I need to have my money right now. I need to have those likes right now. I need to have those followers right now. This is just like on a business result level, right? But how often are you also saying, like, I need attention. I need people to look at me. I need the drama. There's so many levels of instant gratification. And the more we can overcome this, and that's why we're having a cash plan, a long-term vision, because it really helps us, it reminds us, hey, this is about the big picture and not the small neediness I have right now. Pay attention to this if you can catch this during the day, where every time it's like the moment we need something, we are pulling energy, maybe from other people, from things, like from our business. And the underlying energy of a successful business, it is giving, it is gifting, it is not taking. And the more the business is gifting to humanity, the more it receives. But the more the business takes from humanity, the harder it is for the business to receive. It's a very powerful concept I'm sharing here at the end. And I promise I will dive in to greater detail in the next episodes. But this need for instant gratification on so many different levels is very often what's killing most of you. Because that means you start to stop. You saw big income dips. And obviously I can talk about this because I've been here myself, and I'm beyond grateful for the lessons I've learned coming from that, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to teach, to talk about it, and clearly to see a pattern between short-term instant gratification and income dips. So contemplate this for yourself. What is your big vision? What is it that you want to be known for? And how can you take actionable steps towards it every single day? And of course, if you haven't signed up for the Feminine Wealth Engine 2025, do it. It is phenomenal. Plus, you also still can sign up for the Cash Plan 2025 if you feel like, oh, this sounds good. I really don't have a long-term vision. I don't have a plan, and I for sure don't know how to do it and put this into actionable steps every single day. This is your program. You find both links in our store, richandhappiness.com/store. The link is also below. I talk to you soon. And of course, if you haven't signed up for the Mastery Club edition, for the podcast, you should do it because the conversation continues tomorrow and on Friday. And of course, this is also part of the Feminine Wealth Engine 2025. Basically, if you want to be in all the things for 2025, this is a place to be. It's massive value. It's new things dropping every single month. And the earlier you join, the longer you have access, because you have access to everything till the end of this year, December 31st. I love you. I talk to you soon. That's a wrap for today's episode. For more wealth building tips and audacious business moves, follow me on Instagram @richandhappy. So let's stay connected and keep growing.